I heard about it.
No, that was Corey.
No,
I did.
So.
That's right. That was
He
it was a fox stole.
With the flannel
Fox.
jacket. With the flannel jacket.
It was a vintage.
cold.
It was a vintage fox stole, Mike.
It was
Come on.
cold.
It wasn't a fuzzy scarf.
All right, good evening and welcome to Poker on Air, Chase the Bracelet, Season 5 casting game.
Not a fuzzy scarf.
Tonight's game is brought to you by RFIDpoker.com, creators of the RFID table you're seeing in action tonight. You can book your own show on RFIDpoker.com, and if you're interested in buying a RFID table, they have standard oval and championship tables available built to your specifications. Joining me is Trevor.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the live broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy
That was the biggest mistake.
what we have in store for you. A lot of good players at the table.
Yeah, tonight's going to be the first game of 3. We're going to see how the players interact with each other and narrow it down to our final 9. All right, let's send it out to them and get this going.
And then when I looked later, you had a ski mask on.
I did.
He had one?
A black full-face ski mask.
All right, tonight's players are going to start with 8,000 in chips with 18-minute blinds.
During the middle of the game. After he was touching you all day.
He was trying to conceal his.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how these players play together tonight. A lot of them know each other, but there's a lot of mystery between some of the players, so we'll see how they interact together.
There's a few I've played with quite a bit, and a few I haven't played with very much at all. 1 or 2, not at all.
Yeah, I can't
And
wait.
we're off.
My job.
That's quiet.
As you can see, we see all the hole cards on our RFID table. The little microchip in each card shows you what everyone's holding.
All right, we got Corey here with pocket 9s. Let's see what he does.
Corey is a part-time professional poker player. He splits his time between that and he's a chess teacher.
Corey raises to 100.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to get a call from Annette. He does. Looks like he raised to 100.
Raised to 100 on the button. Fairly standard start to the game.
Tammy calls.
Not that her blinds give him any credit.
300 in a pot, 3 players.
300
I've
in
played
the
with Tammy several times. She's definitely a defender. Corey with the overpair.
I mean, at this spot, she couldn't have flopped a whole lot
I
better.
was going to say, a double gutter here is not too bad.
Double gut shot, it's obviously quite hidden. It's like both the blinds checked.
Corey bets 125.
A little smallish bet from Corey.
Annette calls 125.
It's a pretty loose call from Annette there.
I agree.
Tammy calls 125.
Wonder if she has plans of devious actions on the Turner River.
Well, that gives her a gut shot now. And Corey won.
The problem with her is Corey's holding 2 of her outs.
Yeah.
Tammy checks.
I think this is a fairly safe card.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, you can think maybe some of the 7-9, but I think Corey will probably bet
Corey bets 300.
fairly small again, which he does, just to sniff out what everyone's holding here.
I'm pretty sure Annette's going to let it go here.
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, maybe not. She's reaching for chips.
And at this point, if she called, I think Tammy almost has to
I'm
call.
fairly certain Tammy's going to call. Either way.
She already made her mind up. She probably has chips in her hand already.
Okay, going to end, the dealer has to wait till he tells you to put the burner on.
Actions on Tammy. F1.
That's fine. Interesting.
Well, and then it goes just the opposite of what we thought.
What do we know? Get us out of here.
1275. I'll give all the money back.
Annette called 300.
And a blank.
I wonder if this is gonna, let's see if this goes check, or if Corey tries to get some thin value out of
And that's
possible.
gonna.
Wow. She
Annette
did have
throws
devious
out 1,000.
plans.
How much did she bet there?
She looks like she bet 1,000.
Wow.
Let's see what Corey does here.
It's a pretty big bet.
Yeah, just under pot size. I mean, maybe 2/3 pot here.
I'm thinking Corey's going to let that go. Yeah.
Folds.
I mean, that's a tough spot. You know, first hand of the tournament. I don't think he really knows Annette's style at all.
Yeah.
Button
So
moves to a net. First stack will
good
be
start for
hard.
Annette.
Alright, who's team you on?
Even if she doesn't win, she can tell everyone she bluffed on the very first day of the night and took down a nice high spot.
That's
We see.
if you've seen Corey play early in the tournament, like a sit and go, basically like this, he plays very, very tight.
They say tight is right.
Yeah, he's trying not to lose big pots early.
But Corey definitely knows what's going on.
Oh,
He was the winner of season 4 Chase the Bracelet, so that's over a, what was it, 10-week span? 10, 12?
12 weeks, I believe it was.
12 weeks?
Harv calls
So,
50.
I mean, that's a combination of, you know, a lot of points and
Rudy calls
accumulating
50.
the win.
I played with Corey a few times when he first started. He's one of the most improved poker players I've played with.
Can't argue that.
Quick.
You did.
The GB in front of Paul does stand for golf ball, because as you
Corey
can
raises
see,
to
he has
250.
half a golf ball as a card protector. I think he said his son found that for him, and he sanded off the bottom and makes a nice little table piece.
Small blind Tammy. Folds. Paul folds. 250
Ooh,
call by
Corey
Harv.
raised it up there.
Yeah, he did. I think he had maybe a
250
couple
call
limpers
by
in front of him.
Rudy calls with ace rag. Looks like Harv called with king jack suited.
825.
E25 in the pot.
And the ace rag hits.
And he leads into the preflop razor.
Otherwise known as a
Yeehaw!
donk bet.
Yeah, we have sound effects this year, guys.
25. Corey folds. Harv folds.
I'm not so sure I love that play. I mean, I'm not sure if Corey would have c-bet there because it was
Tammy.
ace high flop.
I'm thinking if it was checked to him, he may have tried to represent the ace.
Exactly. You know, when you are raising in that spot, you are generally telling everyone, hey, I do have an ace. I do have a good hand. So Rudy could have made slightly more money if he checked call or checked raise, but he wins the pot nonetheless.
Do they show online the cards if we don't call?
Yep.
I'd like to thank Dan Crappen for dealing for us tonight.
Just go in the bathroom and look. Shows you your outcome.
Shows out.
Gum in the middle.
No,
Doesn't show the pot size of your
not a below
stack.
flop.
It's what?
It's not a flop.
Ertl tag first. Folds.
Well, we got pocket tens here, and that with a suited ace.
Suit connector of Tammy, the 6-7 of diamonds.
6-7, yeah, on the button. That's a hand I like to play on
Those
the
always look a
button.
little extra juicy in the position.
And it calls 225.
Your thing up.
Or raises to 225.
Yeah.
Call by Tammy.
But it's square base. It just made it.
Or did you fold?
I folded.
Oh.
It's a square version they just made?
And then that maybe you're
It's like Harv was in the big blind.
I want to see if it's big as one.
He re-raises.
It's
I've
like
always
five,
Raised to
but I'll-
700
I'll
by
move it.
raised to 800 by Harv.
like 4 or 5.
It looks like a starburst. No, like a now and later.
I
It's like
didn't
5
have
pieces
any,
of raise. It's
action
like
on
one whole pack.
Annette.
I swear to you.
I
Pretty
held
big
it over
raise.
the line for a while.
Yeah, I think the initial raise was
There's
225.
good bubble balloons though.
Yeah, I
Like
think
you're
he probably could have
eating a
got the
slice
same
of butter.
information, making it 675,
And that
650, but
Plug that in there.
each person has their own style, and we'll see how that plays out from here on out. Tammy's I ain't
Call by
folding.
Tammy.
I got money in the middle. What do you want from me?
Tammy on the button. Harv
She does have
after.
position, so we'll give her that aspect. Pretty good
She
flop for
flopped
Harv.
bottom pair. He flops a set.
And that would have flopped a nut plus draw.
Harv bets 1,025.
It's a little. I think I actually would have bet the same amount. 800.
Call by Tammy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty loose call.
You don't shake Tammy from a pair very often.
Action on Harv.
That might slow her down a little bit. 3 betting from the big
Now
blind.
Annette would have the nut flush draw,
1600 bet by
nut
Harv.
straight draw.
That's what she's thinking. And he's like, man. She goes, do I really want to put in that much money? But the Harf check? No.
No, he bet.
Oh.
And shows the 6-7.
She accidentally flips it over.
Henry folds face
And
at
you, could,
6-7.
and you could see the pain look. She didn't want to fold it.
I'll tell you what, she only make a 6 or a 7 on a turn.
Nice race.
First act will be Paul G.
I deal one winner every hand.
Sometimes that can be good.
I didn't hit the flop.
Like that. It's like I'm putting any more big cards up there. You know, I said I had a piece
Golf
of
ball's got the button in his hand.
Put a king of diamonds up.
Oh, you would have, yeah.
Someone who doesn't actually use the power position as often as maybe some other players.
And those of you that don't know, the button is the dealer position.
Sorry, I'm talking poker code over here.
Sometimes I've almost jumped myself already.
About now, Mark.
Got Mike Erdl with King Queen.
Dennis raises to 125.
Dennis, not reading yours.
Dennis has got pocket 8s. He
That real
raised
hand
it
here?
up.
Paul folds.
Harp calls 125.
Harvey getting a little frisky out of position with the 6-7 off.
Raise.
Erdl announces a raise. 425 is the bet.
And we've got a re-raise by Erdl.
Interesting spot.
Harp
To
folds.
raise out
I
of
think he was
position here.
trying to squeeze there.
I'm not so sure he's bet enough to
Yeah.
properly squeeze in that position. Let's see how aggressive he gets in this hand.
On Erdl.
Erdl usually will continuation bet most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he plays pretty often, so I would imagine that
450
that's,
bet
you
by
know,
Erdl.
a pretty standard play for him.
Call by Dennis.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dennis has got to make that call. With
Oh yeah, I mean, one over card. You know, Earl's betting a lot of ace kings, ace queens. I don't necessarily think he's going to be 3-betting ace jack
Let's see if
too
he
often.
slows it down. He's reaching for chips here on the turn too.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well these guys know each other.
Erdl bet 600.
I'm fairly certain they've
calls.
played several times.
They've
together.
run
I
around
know
together a
that.
little bit. Can he bet all streets here?
Well,
No one wants to be first out, obviously, or short stacked early. So we'll see if he lets it rip for a third
I think
time.
he's going to slow down now. Because that definitely wasn't
Got
a
that
scare
look though.
card.
He's got that look.
1500 bet and a call. Erdl from
And a
Dennis.
snap
Snap.
call by Dennis. And Erdl didn't want to show. Dennis shows the 8s and slaps the table.
You know, like a baby's bottom, fresh out of the womb. So give me the monies. I'm trying to think how I felt about that line Erdl took there. I just don't think there's enough scare cards. Once he calls flop and turn, I just don't think there's any reason to bet anything on river.
You just got to give it up.
I mean, at the same time, I mean, if he had overpair, if he had ace jack, I think he is betting all 3 streets. So, like, I mean, he might be setting him up for a spot down the road, but I think early on, blinds are low, stacks are deep. There's no sense really
You know,
3-barreling in that
yeah.
spot.
I take a shot on the flop, and if they call you, just let it go. You haven't got that much invested.
Right.
Except when there's 4 overcards to your pair.
Golf ball with
Golf
ace
ball
jack.
with the golf ball's got some history with ace jack. It seems to be the nemesis hand for him.
He was talking to me the other night. He said he's got a newfound aggression. He's playing a lot
Raised to
harder. He
150
says.
by Paul Moskowitz.
Has he started doing drugs?
I'm not sure he didn't do drugs the whole time.
We don't do any testing here. So, Paul's reputation beats him to it there. He wins the blind.
Yep. Nope, gotta stay in your seat the whole time, Dennis. You cannot move.
We're just curious.
I love to see you sit in your seat. One turn the whole time.
Oh, you can relax in the
can-
final table
This
with
sounds
that
like a
chip
prop.
stack. Yeah, that's it.
You know?
I mean, this could be pretty prop.
We've
Give
had
him,
a few
give him
before.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Yeah. Well, because it'll keep
Let's
him
see what this
occupied,
hand has
too.
in store for
Not
everyone.
to think about not standing up.
Yeah.
This could be a good investment.
I honestly wouldn't be able to do it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
We've got a
that's right.
couple of
I'm
big
gonna be
hands.
very truthful.
Everyone's got an ace.
Between ADD and
We've got an ace king, an ace queen, a suited ace for Dennis.
Yeah, the suited ace queen is always really attractive.
OCD, ABC, John.
EFG.
ABC.
Where's the
Elemental P.
It's like Corey opens to 2 1/4.
Yay.
Right.
Okay, Rudy's gonna 3-bet here. Pretty standard. Even out of the small blind, you don't want to. I mean, you kind of want to take it down pre-flop when you're out of position in this situation, especially against an experienced player.
And Corey did
Wow, so quick.
Very nifty.
fold. And Rudy shows him that he made a great fold.
Always something you want to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, hey, you made the right decision. Well done. Not exactly, everyone. That was me being facetious.
I know a lot.
What'd you show?
You have choose your
And if people didn't see it, he's reminding them he had ace king.
Yeah. Last thing she said,
I'm
all the way out the
3-betting you.
door.
My name's
show as
Rudy.
many cards.
And I
I got the
also,
goods.
I don't
It's a
mind
nice
doing
guy.
it once or twice early too. If you got a big hand and go, look, I'm only raising.
This is a big blind.
I can see that argument. I'd rather show someone a bluff,
Right.
tilt them out of their chair.
All right, we got Corey with 9s.
150.
Corey, you gotta get those 9s back, buddy.
Corey's getting some good hands. He just
Corey, you got
not winning
150.
any pots.
150.
Yeah, the first hand with 9s was pretty tough spot. I mean, he's got a player that he doesn't know all that well, blasting pretty hard at him in the river.
Tammy calls with a 10-8 suited.
Hey, I can't blame her. That's my favorite hand.
Big blind Dennis calls.
I don't mind
150.
playing that. Dennis calls with 10-9 off.
Can you break that back? Oh. Green screen.
Tammy's gonna have a hard time making a straight here.
First act is
What
Dennis.
do we got here?
Oh, and the 10s come off on the flop.
Ooh, this could actually get pretty exciting here.
Dennis and Tammy both
Who
flop top
loves
pair.
their 10 more than the other one?
You have a hard time shaking Tammy from bottom pair. I don't know what he's going to have to do to get her off top pair.
Oh, what does he want to though?
You don't know.
No,
Not right now.
no. Depending on what the rest of the cards are, but as of now, he's in the catbird seat.
Corey bet 300.
775.
775 for Tammy.
And
Dennis
Dennis
folds.
folds
Wow.
the best hand.
That's a tough spot though.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Corey folds.
Wow, Tammy's aggression gets it through. That's a fine raise. 3 ways. I mean, you don't necessarily know you have the best hand. I'm not sure if she's raising for
Bet
value or
moves over
she's
Rudy.
raising
First
to
act
protect.
bet.
But either way, it works for her.
3 minutes. Corey at
I
7
think Corey's just sitting there thinking, man, what do I have to do to win a pot around here?
I think Dennis there, not knowing Tammy too, might have hurt him
I
there.
don't know how quick it'll be uploaded.
What do you think? What do you think is going through his mind right now? Facing an unknown woman at this
Right.
point.
Watch it after it's done.
She's not your typical female player.
No, she
that's for
she
sure.
plays a
A
lot.
lot
She
more
plays
to
pretty
come.
aggressive, and it
And that
can
raises to 350.
work for her. Or at times, get herself in some really tricky spots.
I know. I told you it's like eating.
Wow, that's a
old
big
pie.
opening raise by Annette with a little pair.
Paul calls
And
350.
Paul calls with 2s.
Yeah, I mean they're deep-ish, so I mean he can, I guess, get away with set mining here. But under an early position raise of that size,
Yeah, that's the one. I don't mind set mining, but
Players
I like to
and
do it
attack
when you're
first.
getting a decent price on it.
absolutely.
2-4 would be kind of fun here.
Or that.
I think that's just
So
gonna
this
slow
goes.
things down.
And it
Paul
checks.
should bet here. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a
Let's
newfound
see.
aggression.
Wow.
Paul bet 600.
Wow, nice
Yeah,
bet by Paul.
Good job. Hey,
That's something new out of Paul.
and that's a good job on him. So he was planning on set mining, but he also had had plans. You know, if he doesn't hit a set,
But moves to
let's
Dennis.
check to him.
Give me back first.
You know, he took an alternate route that worked out well for him.
I like that.
Just at 5.
Back
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, that is something. You know, we don't see that out of him very often.
Not often at all.
Maybe he read a poker book or listened to one of our past broadcasts.
I'm assuming that's what it is.
He's tired of us hurting his feelings.
All right, Tammy with 5s. Not a whole lot else going on here.
Let's see if he likes his ace little here.
You can go in poker incognito and you won't get in trouble. It'll be hot.
Tammy bets 325.
On your axe.
Tammy open to 325.
In a tournament.
6x raises are.
Not there.
I guess guess what we're seeing right now is people have these little pairs and they don't want to see a flop, so they just bet a lot.
Don't want to play a pot.
I prefer to bet small. Hit a set and go
You
from
had it
there.
over. How about that?
Nice.
But while we're in between hands here, we want to remind everyone to join our Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/Chase the Bracelet. Join us, comment, make whatever notes you have on what's going on before you,
He wants to go up.
and you get caught up with all of our updates and our next games that are approaching.
First act is golf ball Paul.
A gentleman.
All right, golf ball's under the gun here. First to act.
I'm getting tired of giving him the money.
See if he gets like a tweener hand, see how aggressive he really is.
Times in a row up there.
Let's see. Corey with the 8-9 suited. Golf ball with 8-9
Paul
suited.
calls 50.
Tammy with ace jack.
Didn't know if we were talking about the same person.
Yeah.
You're staking somebody?
No, he stakes me one of them.
He's a good guy.
He's a nice guy.
But he's a
Yeah.
donkey.
Thanks,
Here,
Corey.
we're limping around here.
Really?
All $40,000.
What'd he do?
Nice job. Nice job.
Raised to 200 by Corey.
All right.
I had a feeling that might happen. Corey attacking the limpers here, trying to thin the field a little bit.
That's the kind of hand, if you're going to play, I'd like raising it.
And he has position.
Yeah, right.
Golf ball's already
I can't
picked up
say
his
how
calling
many.
chips.
He gave away.
Tammy calls 200. Paul calls 200.
Good snipe. I didn't see that.
Did you go last night? I'm sorry.
Just some.
That's always exciting when you make a raise and there's action in between. You see someone already ready to make the call.
He just loves action. No, he's your age.
Tammy flops the ace. Oh, hard.
Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
No, he's
Potential
your
fireworks.
age.
Corey and Paul with middle
I
pair.
said no. You said he's old. I said no, he's your age.
Oh, and it checks
You
around.
consider yourself old. How old is he? About 45?
Tammy with top 2. This is going to be brutal.
Yeah, we might see stacks in the middle at this point.
He works at
Easy.
300 bet by Tammy.
Someone's lighting the fuse as we speak.
He's an old fat
I'm gonna keep it.
Not sure what Paul's thinking about here. There's so much action behind him. I think this is just a clear fold.
There's no way you can call there.
It's not necessarily about winning.
Let's see if Harv raises.
Harv calls 300.
Ooh, if only he knew.
Action on Corey.
Plenty to know that.
But he doesn't quit. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He will not.
I think Corey knows he's folding, but I think at the same time he's just trying to piece the hand together. Figure out the story.
He wants to sit there for another 2-3 hours.
Every Sunday night. Every single Sunday night I play.
He's nope, I don't have
Is
spades.
that the game?
12 hours.
Is that the game I was
Uh-oh.
talking about?
Uh-oh.
He going for the raise.
He's talking about Nick doesn't even have a game. He's just gonna.
Nope, just a
He's
call.
literally just
Corey
gonna have a
calls.
game 4 bucks.
Yeah.
3 players.
Where did
He
you
just
go
loves
last
that.
night?
Huh?
Action on
He's
Tammy.
not a bad
No, I didn't go last night.
Let's see what
He's
Tammy bets here. I imagine she will.
He played at my
Question is how much?
Wednesday for
It's like
800.
800.
3
Tammy.
years.
And gave away 3,000.
He cashed out 3 times.
Harv has to raise.
How much is he going to raise?
Call 800. No, I'm sorry. Raise to 1300.
I almost flipped out. I'm trying to say call.
Food and he lives on Bud Lights.
That was supposed to.
He'll drink about
Just a
8 beers
call.
in one night.
3 twos. I win.
Yeah, that's.
My bad. I thought this was
He takes all the value of money out of the game. Like,
Did she try to raise?
No, he didn't raise enough.
Oh.
It'll be a 1-2 game.
And she just flatted with top
Gotcha.
2.
Nice hand.
And having
It's a nice flat by her.
It is a nice flat. I
The
mean,
way that hand played out, I would have been re-raising.
It'll make you think. What the heck?
Question is it a bad flap by
Call
her?
it bottom pair.
1,500 now.
Yeah, he will.
I mean, outside of a set, which no one really showed
Right.
that much strength, like
There was no straights or flushes.
you'll pop two, you're sliding a min raise. I don't know. Maybe there's some red flags that went off in her mind.
1,500.
We've probably been broke, huh?
I would
Lines are
have. I would
up
at least lost a
or,
big
did
pot.
We might have
I
been
know
broken a
that.
turn.
You're good.
Rudy with ace jack.
All the aces are out.
Par
Paul
calls
G with
100.
ace 4. We ain't seen anything from him. Let's see if he does. Corey with ace 10.
Paul G calls 100. Rudy raises to 350.
This will thin it out.
Rudy raises with his ace jack.
And nobody knows he hasn't played yet.
I like the fact there was no hesitation from Corey there about folding ace 10.
Actually, on
Well, I think that goes back to the old Ace King show from a few hands back. You know, he knows Rudy's not getting too out of line very often.
I figured you had 350.
Paul folds.
I
Par
didn't want to
folds.
check it to you and have you
Extra
pass.
Paul G.
I wouldn't bet none. I wouldn't put in another chip in that.
Let's see if Paulie gets in here.
Paul G calls.
He does call.
Two players. That was a good. It wasn't a bad flop.
I think he's supposed to dip his toe in the pool, see how it goes.
Yeah. That's what really made me call. If there came like a king or a queen or something, I obviously I'm
Oh, and he flops the nut flush
Not a
draw.
bad flop
and
for
Rudy
him.
flops a
It's like Paul G
Broadway
checked.
draw.
Rudy bets 425.
I think normally I would probably check raise here, but I mean this flop smacks Rudy right in the face.
Right.
Paul G raises to 1075.
That 4 1/4 to 1075.
Yep.
I mean, he doesn't raise a ton.
Yeah, I think that
Rudy calls.
priced Rudy in to call that.
This might allow
First, second,
Paul
Rudy,
to
Paul
take
G.
away in a turn if he needs to.
What was that flop against me again?
Ooh, I wonder if he
player
fired
check.
twice.
Oh wow, Rudy checked behind too.
To be honest with you.
Dennis would have sniffed out.
River card did not show up for us here,
See,
so
this
we're not
nose-
sure what the river
It
was.
comes in handy sometimes.
Sometimes.
1200 bet by Paul G.
You're not holding set. River card.
River card was the 6 of spades, and Paul G let out.
This is gonna be a pretty sick call if Rudy can make it here.
Well, I'll tell you what. I would not be surprised if Rudy makes this call.
River card did not show up.
I don't see what you have.
Call by Rudy.
And Rudy made the call.
So do I.
Yeah. When Paul checks on the turn, after he check raises the flop, it just screams flush draw to me.
Flush draw, or I mean, at minimum an 8.
Yeah.
But you know, Rudy had a plan. Paul's like, what can I do around here?
I think if you're gonna check raise that flop, you need the continuation bet on the turn. Because once you check the turn, you're just showing weakness.
Use my sleeve.
And
But
getting
lose,
ace jack to call
Riddle
you
to act
when you
first.
bet the river.
I agree.
Yeah, if you got green, that's good. That's fine.
Hold a king jack, Rudy.
Did you?
Well, I shouldn't have known where I was with that flop.
Alright.
Button is on Tammy.
That was winners for us.
King.
Riddle folds. Paul G
So we
calls
got,
100.
we
Tammy
got
with-
one real one here. Probably with the queen jack off.
Dennis calls. Corey folds.
Dennis calls with 2-4
Net
diamonds.
folds.
He's going for the nut low, I think.
Here we go. Net's gonna
Steel wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tammy's gonna
Yeah,
gonna fire it up here a little bit.
Tammy raises to 375. Paul folds.
Now we'll see what.
I wonder how big that raise would have been if she had 5s again.
Corey, you gonna play me circuit then?
Paul G
Paul
calls.
calls with queen jack, and Dennis
Dennis
calls
calls.
the raise with 2-4.
Trying to focus this.
He's on TV.
mostly
I
on
was gonna say
cash. My backer wants.
You know,
me
this
to
might be-
play.
diamonds here could be brutal.
It would be very bad for one
Possibly,
person.
But just like the
see.
Driving somewhere,
Well,
staying in a
that's a
hotel,
pretty good
things
flopper,
like
Paul.
that.
Yes, it is. And Tammy's got a
I
Broadway
imagine
girl.
both guys have checked to her.
700 by Paul G.
Nope, Paul leads into her.
Dennis folds.
Wow.
Tammy calls with 700.
Paul's got top pair and open-ended straight draw.
He's
What's
like
the
Indiana.
entry fee?
365.
Just want to make 2 pair.
365.
First place will be about 130,000. They
I-
usually get like
He
over
does not
3,000
improve.
Let's see if we
the
can
five.
get, see if we can
I
get some more
played in a
value on
couple
this
of
turn.
the 1Ks in Pittsburgh, and those are structured.
1100
so it's
bet
a
by Paul
2-day
G.
Wow.
Event.
That's
Those
a big bet.
those are probably worth it for me. And my parents actually
Tammy's
just
calling.
moved to Pittsburgh too, so I could.
And Tammy pretty
think
much
he-
snap
around
calls.
Do you think he already has a read on her that, you know, she's going to call
Like,
pretty
I'm
wide?
splitting-
I don't know how much he's
splitting
played
money
with her.
50-50.
Oh, he has played with her a bunch.
It's kinda hard to-
They both played at the Sons of Herman, so
Oh, okay.
they do have some history.
Eventually, when I have a big enough role to have
Paul
my own
checks the
action,
river.
definitely
Checks.
plans.
Tammy checks.
65
Check,
for
check.
150,000.
Pair of queens is going to do the job.
$365 backer or not. That's worth it.
Compton, I swear to God.
People get so mad when they have ace king and don't win. Like, I never win with it.
Just don't kill him here because
His
everything's
fault.
on
I'm gonna
camera.
kill him.
The one thing about poker players, you only remember the hands you lose.
I need an escort.
I think if you ever lose one. I've yet.
Act like she's helping him.
How do you think Ace King would put that
One day I'll
in
know the
and
pain.
that's what you do?
Paul G back.
That's not my
Oh
your
man, I'm going to
fault,
keep riding
Dave.
high.
Well, you are in first place in our Akron Poker League, aren't you?
You also are in
Oh,
first
that's
place.
right. I
He's
forgot
got
about
to-
that.
It's the secret, right? He's got to put that out. In the
And
universe.
we are not keeping track of the points. Someone else does that for us. All you guys out there think we got something up our sleeve.
Helps to be Irish.
He let out on the flop. She caught.
What we got going here?
Ertl with an ace queen, Annette with an ace king suited.
This looks like online poker. It's rigged, right? Every time I have ace queen, someone has one better.
Net raises to 425.
That was just recently.
See, Ertl's a big blind, right?
I'm sorry.
Let's see if Ertl will 3 bets here.
Not this
They
last
had-
one.
Yeah, they had some.
I mean, he 3-bet earlier with king queen offsuit,
That one
so
in Indiana, that's a re-entry?
Probably.
The circuit one?
I bet it is.
what's going through his mind? Too flat or not too flat?
I tell you what, this early in the tournaments, I like to just flat here.
Heck yeah.
Ertl
There's
calls.
no sense getting yourself into a sticky spot out of position this early.
Ertl tech first.
The guy that played up in Cleveland a lot? His sister's a dealer, the heavy set?
I mean, if Nat could have asked for a better flop,
Well, she
Let's
could have
think of it.
flopped a full house.
She coulda.
That's about it.
or 4 kings,
Ertl checks.
but I think she's pretty content. Ooh, she says let's
You
let's
got
dig
to.
a hole. Let's
You
dig a
have
hole.
to.
Ertl's move.
Put some sticks over it, some leaves. See if the Ertl man falls in.
For whatever it was, like 80,000.
Ertl checks.
I'd like to see a nice small bet here.
Yeah.
$14.
Third
Net
of a
bets
pot.
1400.
1400 is not a small bet.
Little
You,
folds.
you don't want to chase your fish off.
They're just there's small bets and then there's 1400. That was a little hefty.
I love a nice
First stack,
third of the
130.
pot, a quarter of the pot.
Just to make them think, you know, what is she doing? You know,
The plate of
ready
the weight.
old 500 chipper.
glass,
See how it goes.
Nail.
Old.
The table banter's pretty good though.
Not too bad. I tell you one thing I've noticed, we are going to have to get the second deck involved.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Our deck is slowing
said
down
that?
a little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
His fingers moving faster, Dan.
Once every 9 hands, they call you big and blind.
What had happened?
Dennis with the king 10, Harv with the queen 10, Tammy with ace rag, Annette with 9.
There's the 9s again. And that's kind of like the most spastic, aggressive person ever, but she's had real hands for the most part.
I raised.
Outside of that first hand when she
Passes the raise.
I had a girl.
hit it pretty amazing.
350 by net.
That's about the same raise she was making the first blind line.
Next time it'll be Tammy's turn.
That is correct.
Then it'll be Dennis after that.
When it's Tammy's turn, you're going to hear a big way. It'll
Tammy
be
takes
one
five.
way.
But she gets to say ship it.
Let Tammy win the next hand she plays.
One,
I'll die.
I gotta wait till he starts staying like I'm just like
Dennis
last
Jack
that
first.
long.
What you got on half?
Let's do some fireworks. What do you
Oh
think?
God.
I'm ready. I thought we had it when we had the set
Get my
versus
pizza
top
ready.
2, and they disappointed us
Yeah.
there.
I guess they're just way better. That's why we're back here.
I was just shocked as aggressive as Candy
Mark
is.
will
that
give
it
you
was-
$5 to sit out next to you.
We got this, Sammy.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll probably put it
when
in
Harv
the
just
workshop.
flat called on the turn, I mean, it kind of just
Right.
killed things a little bit. I
Alright.
think once he looks back, he'll realize that being a little more aggressive is going to make him a little more money in the long run.
And also people playing on something televised for the first time at
Queen and then fold.
Do you mean people will play differently when it's being recorded and
absolutely.
broadcast across the internet
Nobody wants to make a mistake. Nobody
for all
wants to
eyes in the
look
world to
foolish.
see?
Calls.
That is,
You know, his computers.
Paul G calls.
that is something I never even thought about.
Rudy and S is a raise. 450.
Dennis just limped in the open position, early position with ace queen.
Yeah,
suited.
I feel like it's like a
Dennis
move
re-raises
that
to 1225.
used to work really well like 6-7 years ago. You limp with your big hands, but I think once you limp call or limp raise, I feel like your hands played pretty face up.
Right.
People kind of caught on to that whole situation.
Paul G folds.
I don't hate it.
Rudy calls. 1225.
I feel like this hand is going to go to Dennis 85% of the time. Because neither one of them are probably going to connect.
Right. Just
He's going to see bet, and the chips will be pushed his way.
who's going to be most aggressive when you have the same hand.
I think Rudy's going to lead here. He's reaching.
825 bet
Is this
by
to
Rudy.
15%?
Wow.
$17.25
Dennis
raised by
raises
Dennis.
him. Wow.
Is that 5?
Let out with nothing,
Call
raise
by
with
Rudy.
nothing.
Is this the new age of poker that I'm not aware of? Interesting card.
Action on Rudy. Checks.
Very
I think
interesting.
Dennis has got a bit here.
But when someone lead calls, I mean,
Yeah.
being on a flush draw is just
That's
so
true. That's
so
true.
prevalent. Oh, don't talk too much, Dennis. You're gonna give yourself away.
He already has.
Action is on Dennis.
I think when people sit here and tank like this, it just removes all momentum they possibly had. I don't know. Can you bet now? I mean, obviously, if he
Yeah,
knew
no,
his
no,
exact
he
hand, he
can't.
could. But
No,
like
he can't.
in this situation, it's like
Now Rudy needs to fire.
Rudy to act.
is that Rudy or is that?
1825
No,
by
Rudy.
Rudy.
Rudy does this quite a bit. I played with
I
him
mean,
a
he
lot.
just. I mean, playing his hand so well.
Oh, once Dennis went in the tank on the turn, it gave it away.
But I mean, I guess I get caught up sometimes. People overselling that they don't have it, and then next thing you know, all their chips are stuffed in my face. So in this spot, I mean, Rudy played it expertly. It's like Tom McAvoy over there. You don't worry about me. I'm just looking at the pot, you know.
And Dennis still not convinced.
I'm not sure if Dennis's call would be better than Rudy's play this hand, but I mean, either way it would be.
Dennis
Yeah, I
folds.
was gonna
Poker
say
Hall
I
of
don't
Fame.
think he can call there. There's just so much he can't beat.
Is Rudy gonna show? Is Rudy gonna put it in his face?
No, that's the one you
I think
should.
I think someone scolded him for showing earlier, and now
that's the one.
That's the one you let
should
rip.
Show. Yes.
That's the one you get in everyone's grill. Like, listen, everybody, don't let the gray hair fool you.
There's a little bit of a delay.
I play just like these young guys do.
Button right?
No.
47 seconds left in the blind. Blinds are 50 bucks.
I thought it was a big blind and he.
I was under the gun last night.
He was under the gun.
Nice try, Erdo.
He limped in and I
That's not
raised.
why.
I didn't think it was right.
Still,
But
Everyone at the table chattering a little bit about that
I
last
didn't want to have
hand,
to go to the camera.
trying to guess what everyone had. Always a fun game to play. They might just tell you if you ask them.
I tell you what, I do about 90% of the time.
You tell the truth?
About 90% of the time. Just I lie just enough where you're never sure.
I don't know if I ever tell the truth.
I mean,
Every now and again.
I mean, if I don't want to tell you, I just won't tell you.
I feel like whenever I get caught buffing, I always just tell them I had pocket jacks. And they go, oh yeah, man, those are tough to play.
yeah, with a 4, 5, 6.
Anyone out there interested in being a sponsor on our for season 5 broadcast, you can contact us through www.pokeronair.com. Great opportunities for sponsorship are still open, and we have a return on investment that is guaranteed.
200 bet by Harv.
Harv's open-ended here.
Dennis folds.
Dennis, let's go the jack high.
you can go home and figure
It's
out.
pretty easy fold.
That's the first one he's had has been
Yeah.
easy. Every other spot has been pretty tumultuous for him.
Right now, I don't care.
I will give him some credit on that last hand, though. It took him a while to fold it.
75, 150.
As soon as he tells you you're gonna be right there, I was way almost.
It was a pretty hand.
Is on Rudy for Zach. Is it?
You know anything about Harv?
Very little.
Does he own that place out in Mountaineer? Big old building. The Harv is where people go and play music and, I don't know, have rodeos or something.
I'm pretty sure Mark has said he's actually played the main event like 3 times.
That's right, yeah.
And
He
cashed
mentioned
once.
He cashed, yeah. Sounds like he was happy with his cash, but however he went out must have been a doozy because he said it still haunts him to this day. Well, after having a slew of
375 bet.
amazing hands, we're hitting a little rough patch here.
And Dennis is calling out of the
I'm
small
going to start calling him
blind.
Dr. Defender.
Is he smaller or the big blind?
I think he's a small blind. I think Corey was big blind and he folded the 8-4.
Raise range. You can talk about it later.
Dennis calls with King 6 suited.
You're gonna see it.
Did you check?
We'll chat later.
All right.
I think I might have defended out of the big blind,
I didn't
not
know
necessarily
that.
out of the small blind.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
I'm not even sure out of the big blind this early if I'll defend King 6, even suited.
500 bet by Paul G takes it down.
Yeah,
I don't mind letting the blinds go when they're early.
he couldn't have whiffed that one any more than he did. Outside of his backdoor straight draw.
Bet moves to Dennis. Tammy to act first.
Any predictions? The first bust out.
Oh, man, that's tough to say.
Yeah, I can see you.
Very hard.
Everyone's playing pretty well. You know, nothing too out of the ordinary, nothing too crazy.
Prediction. Well, I'll make this prediction.
I mean, you get two.
Okay, little old man.
Tammy will go out first or make a really deep run.
That's I mean, shit, that's the kind of style she
That's
has.
that's just the way she plays.
Some people like that style. Some people
Oh,
are like, I'm not
absolutely.
gonna fork over 2.5 hours of my life if I'm not gonna win the
You're allowed to
Right.
call Paul names.
That's me. When I get short stacked early, I'm just
That never happens though.
well.
That's why you're in first place.
I thought you could.
No, there's just a dot. There's
I
a
don't like
dot.
to sit
We're
around.
gonna turn this show into just us talking about ourselves, about
our
how good we
poker
are.
abilities. I got a couple of different hands here. Annette with
Folds over to
King
Corey in
8
the small one.
suited.
Oh, I'm
Corey
sorry,
with
it's
Queen
been
Jack
raised to
suited.
1.
Nope.
Nope.
We're at 150.
Tammy called the 150.
Tammy
Corey calls
call.
150 from the small blind.
Tammy with Ace Deuce. Rudy with Ace
And that
3.
checks
Oh,
her.
yeah?
Finish first and third.
I'm coming behind you.
Yeah, you need a whole lot of.
Corey,
Well,
you're
yeah,
first
first
or what?
I think it's a pretty good flop for Corey.
Yeah, you can't. Well, Rudy got bottom pair. Corey's got top pair.
I'm just gonna stay out of the.
In a limp pot, I don't mind leading here
Yeah, no.
because you want to check around and let that club get there, or let 9, 10, 8 cards.
Or the Ace 3 hit their
Right.
Ace.
You got that for it.
Calcutta
Yeah.
and pay like
Do my
Pretty heavy bet,
$300 for
though.
yourself.
Yeah, that's
Hot
what-
size.
454.
Ten fold.
You saved
It's like almost twice the
buy
amount,
in
isn't
the
it?
tournament.
I think we had what?
Oh, did we have a raise?
Four.
pre-flop?
I think we had 4
Okay.
players at 150 each.
Rudy calls.
Rudy calls with bottom pair.
Rudy's really feeling his oats tonight. He's
A little sticky there. Now Corey's got a flush draw too. I think we're going to see a good size bet
Corey
here.
Dacker.
I also think Corey's just like, man, I have not won a pot yet. I've had some really good hands. I need to win a pot. I'm gonna be really frustrated. He's showing off a lot of chess tonight. I wonder if that was one of his plans to distract the other players.
He's coming over.
Tony know how about to get up.
Luckily, Dan's doesn't have very good peripheral vision, or else he'd been distracted.
I'm not even sure what Corey's stack is here.
Very hot.
He has lost a few pots.
Hold on.
So you threw 1,000 out there.
Here.
Yeah, I think Rudy knows
Yeah.
that
Rudy,
the jig is up here.
and the worst part is so many of his outs are gone already.
Yeah.
He's only got 2
Net
outs.
bet's 1,000.
That was mine.
Corey bet 1,000.
Corey bet 1,000.
That's going to the pair or
Tank, 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 tank.
Not sure what the tank is here.
I mean, I think he can't raise. I mean,
Yeah.
what's raising gonna do?
I don't even think you
Calling
should call
price,
here.
calling doesn't seem like a very viable option either.
but that'll go to the Oh, okay.
I think somebody's
And I know if he does raise, Corey's just going to jam without pairing a
oh
flush
yeah,
draw.
he might beat him into the pot. Is he cutting out a raise?
It looks like he is cutting out a raise.
Rudy raises. 2,000.
Corey knows the math here. He knows he's ahead
23.75.
so often here.
And if he's not, he's got outs.
Corey has so many hands under his belt. He's seen this situation countless times.
I know he doesn't like
Make
to
your
go broke
decision, Corey.
early.
Make your decision.
I think he's thinking about folding.
I think he is too.
11 minutes, 24 seconds left in the blinds. 13
I
seconds
really don't
left.
think he wants to be first out.
To call.
You know, this is such an opportunity for everyone to come out here and play on this table. And, you know,
Right. Yeah, he's going to fold. I can just tell by his body language.
take your left hand, put it on your chips,
Yep, there
and
we go.
move them to the middle.
Yep, the cards are going in.
Oh, he's going to kick him in.
No?
Don't do it.
Oh, there, now he reached for the chips. Just,
I think
just throw him in the
He's been watching TNT a lot, I think. He loves drama.
Of course. All you had to do was bet.
One.
I love drama too. This is great.
You want one.
But me. You'll get there.
I wish I had like a pulse monitor.
You're dealing in 10 minutes.
I think you just got to throw it in here.
Of course, one move on that.
Corey calls.
And just a call.
Yeah, I wish I could tell what Corey had back right now. It looks like he's maybe like 35 or so. If I had to guess. Maybe a little more.
That's one thing we are going to be working on is to be able to update our chip stacks.
Action on Corey. Checks.
I mean, if Corey thought he was good on that, I mean, I don't think he was just calling for a spade.
Well, if you're calling that on the turn, you pretty much can't fold on the
Will
river.
Corey or
I
my
don't
bad,
think.
will Rudy put him in is the question.
Rudy bets 2,250.
Oh, man. He's just going through the ringer.
2250.
Corey folds.
Oh, wow, he did fold.
Who is this Rudy guy? Did he do like a brain transplant with anyone that is like amazing? Because he is playing out of his gourd right now.
I don't think he did.
We're all gonna see it anyways.
That was sick.
That was I just didn't think he could call there and fold.
Okay, so let's back this
Yeah, I don't want
thought
to
up a
watch
little
while
bit.
I'm driving home this day.
So if you were to win the first one out, calling that re-raise on the turn, then folding rivers, like he's still stuck in the same spot as if you would have called, you know. I guess everyone.
Yeah, if you're not going to call the river bet, you shouldn't call the turn bet. I don't think.
I just like always having as much equity as possible. And if you can have a little bit of fold equity, like jamming that turn, I think you keep. I mean, not too often are you getting better hands to fold, but at least you give yourself an opportunity, especially with the other draw with it.
get too many points, so I said.
Yeah, even if you don't have the best hand, you got a lot of outs to get to the best hand.
Yeah, I'm not even positive what I just said made sense, but it did in my mind.
I don't know if like, I don't know if like, you know, because if you're.
But at the same time, I guess I'm slightly excited to see Corey's short stack play, see how he adjusts.
By Dennis.
There's always different angles, different situations that you get yourself into, and
I'd like to talk to him later and see what he was thinking there.
Annette in the small
I
blind.
think Tammy will call here. King 10 was my original favorite hand,
300 for Tammy to call.
about 8 years ago,
Calls
maybe longer.
from the big blind.
Mine's still aces.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's weird. You're a tricky one. Hard to figure you out sometimes.
I'm a bit of a nit.
You're nitty by nature. What can you say?
And Tammy flops top pair
Tammy is all in.
and goes all in.
Oh, that's gonna be hard to call.
You have a yellow down there?
I got a word.
Why wouldn't you give him a chance to bet?
I don't think she was thinking about that. I don't think she was thinking about his hand. She was thinking about her own hand and what she could do with it. I think she had a lot of chips still. I don't think that was.
Dennis folds.
I don't.
See, look at that.
I'm not sure if Dennis would have bet there or not.
Just a little bit.
I haven't played with him in years, so I don't necessarily know if he is
Still saw you. She just bet.
gonna always see bet there. Or
I
said I still
played with
some
him
flops
quite
off.
a- I've played with him quite a bit. He'll make some continuation bets quite often.
It's like Polly's making friends.
Heart actor.
That was sarcasm. Smile, Polly.
No,
You're on candid
I
camera.
told you last time I played
Or
a
lack
hand.
of candidness.
It was 25-50, I think.
Dennis is fairly regular on aggression. He'll bet quite a bit, quite
Next
often.
time he'll play a hand is the year 20.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not.
I'll tell you what.
I've seen him several times. He'll take a roller coaster ride with chips. He'll have a
What's over to
mountain and
Dennis?
then nothing and then build it into a mountain.
I love a good amusement park, so I can't hate on that too much.
We got a few different hands here.
Yes, sir.
425 is the bet. Call by net.
You ever watch the TV show The League?
Yes.
You know Andre? Do you think Paul's the Andre?
Paul is definitely the Andre, Corey.
I was gonna say, I don't know what Tammy's thinking
Tammy
about here.
folds.
Paul is the biggest Andre of all time.
Paul calls.
For those of you that are a fan of the show The League, you're probably laughing your little pants off.
Going over there. 3 players.
Paul deck
And that's a
first.
button.
Well, Paul.
Queen 5 for complete devastation of everyone.
No.
444.
Checks over to Dennis. Dennis checks.
I already
Dennis
called
check.
first dibs.
Wow,
Actually,
surprise there.
Corey's waiting.
425 bet
Hopefully
by
it's a
net.
fresh shirt. Real laundry. What do you think?
You know, waving to down the road.
Maybe he's got some smelling
Paul,
salts in
golf ball,
case
Paul
someone
folds.
comes at him.
I'm not sure. I've seen him do
Dennis
that
calls
a lot.
425.
I'm not sure why he does it.
Think his nose twitches?
Dennis checks. Annette checks.
Oh,
Net checks.
not the best card, but not a bad one.
Dennis checks.
Check, check.
Net checks.
Yeah, Dennis is going to take it down with 5s.
You throw it out there.
Gotta feel pretty happy about that when I'm bored.
So that means you lose.
Slightly scared.
That means you lose.
No.
Automatically by default.
Watch your hand.
And you knock your face up.
That tends to happen a lot.
But moves.
I'm gonna
Paul
get
back
down
first.
So much for Wild and Crazy Paul that hand. It wasn't warranted, I don't think that time.
Call the big raise out of position. King, queen
I
off.
would have called the river.
Oh, I know.
I
That's
got
why.
a
That's not a normal
bet the
move.
turn that I
You
can't
should
call
do
the
it.
river.
Well, it's not
Oh
something
yeah,
I
I
like
mean, I
to
was
do.
just calling. 'Cause I was
Six
trying to
games,
impress
I
you.
think
are a bit of a
I
nit.
know.
Straight.
Oh, well, yes, I am.
If I called with a 6 before the 6.
Hey, being nitty's not bad.
I know, that's why I didn't
For you.
know.
Let's see. Golf ball with a suited ace. Dennis with an ace ray.
The dealer's
Not a
crying.
hole of Tammy with 5-6
Thanks,
off.
Women are always trouble.
get the button. I wouldn't be surprised to see her get in
What did
here.
we start with?
Yeah, she might land.
She might even raise it.
Extra on Tammy. Folds.
No,
What do we
she
know?
folds.
Especially when you're
Paul
a fat
calls
guy
from
with a
the
weak
small
heart.
line.
Paul just lives
I wouldn't recommend that.
Heart checks.
Just hands this.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it when it's early like this.
Well, I mean, Harv hasn't gotten out of line at all. I
Right.
mean, why not try to steal his blind? Now you're good.
And
Now,
now
you're,
he leads
now
out
you're
when
just
he
blindly
could be
betting,
leading.
just
Yeah.
hoping he didn't make any connection
I was
there.
enjoying
That
the
I don't
cameraman.
understand.
Heart folds.
Hey, it's a new Paul. We're trying to figure him out as much as he's trying to figure himself out.
It was like right behind you because you were in the action all the time.
He is proud of himself, though. Look at him. He's happy.
I don't think that one can see me.
I had nothing.
He came in very proud of it.
Sure, don't touch dealer.
Yeah. Finished third in a big tournament last night. Quite excited.
I think he paid off the other players to let him get that far. Just kidding,
Even if
Paul.
it's
You know
white.
we love you.
Come on, you got 2 minutes, Crofton, to redeem yourself.
Harv with sixes.
Looks like Polly's got a nice little decoration around his RFID reader.
We got sixes, we got sevens, we got
Chipping
a
up
king
time?
queen suited.
I have gone out with King Queen suited
I
like consecutive weeks, like
75, 150.
32 consecutive times. I busted out with King Queen suited.
think I remember this last week when you went out with that.
Look it up, everybody.
RFID. What is that?
32
I
consecutive.
wonder who took you out in that hand.
No, I think I had a little ace. I had ace.
That was it?
I had,
That's what it
I had
was.
ace 3 and you had
That's what it
the
is.
Whopper King 4,
ID.
something of that nature.
That's not 2 words though, so why they
And that calls.
Just to mess with you.
325 bet by
Two
heart.
words or one word? we were having that discussion the other day.
Yeah, we got sixes, sevens, and king queen suited.
We were having a discussion. Was it a
Action on heart
2
first.
words or 1 word?
Too bad their clubs are already gone. Okay, got real exciting. Did I see 7? I did.
Heart checks.
Eagle eyes.
Well, I think if you're talking about like a group of
Action on Corey.
hillbillies, like it would be 1 word.
Yeah, pretty bad spot for
don't,
Corey.
You have like a
Don't
red
throw it in here,
neck,
Corey.
like a color in your neck. Hey, look at there.
Yeah, he's figuring they
Sorry,
probably call
Liz
it
is
big
still in the
cards.
parking lot?
If I show aggression, he'll probably win the spot.
Oh, okay. You were in the booth.
Raise to
You were with
525
Norman
by
Chad and
Jack.
Lon McCarran. You want to see where he
Raise
bluffed
to
me?
1550 by net.
I knew I should have played it the other way.
20/20 vision,
That's
folks.
an easy fold.
Dad, I'm sorry.
I kind of thought Nat was going to click it back there.
Oh, I would have.
Corey
In a
folds.
heartbeat.
Crofton, my 9 gold was gold there.
See?
I don't know.
38 seconds.
I like to
left.
take my chances.
the bad
I would.
ones.
And Nat is quietly amassing a nice little stack here.
Right. That'd have been gold right there. You fair?
Rudy deck first. Best hand before break.
Why do they call you that? Sir?
All right, we got one more hand before
Well,
break.
break
That's the only reason.
I think this is
Thing around.
the one that I may have left it
See, the
range.
table's getting a little loosey goosey here. Everyone's chatting it up, having a good time.
That's one thing about Dennis. He'll get a table going.
Yeah, he's not afraid to do that.
Rudy deck first.
He's far from shy.
Yeah, he's one of your more vocal players.
Do you work it? Your kid works at a golf course or something? Or?
No, we just golfed.
All right,
Sound
He made it when he was
of that horn means this will be the last hand before break.
we're going to be taking a 10-minute break.
We're out of the hand, we're on break, right?
Yeah.
Is
3
it
levels
20
of the
minute
break. No.
And they implanted. Yeah.
30 seconds.
Are you surprised we didn't lose any players yet?
No, not
You can yawn,
really.
stand up, and then pee. You say new?
Being the first night, everybody doesn't. Nobody wants to go out.
Turn on the phone and see who bluffed
Yeah.
me in one hand.
See, Crofton?
Are we even gonna see a flop here?
Prop dusted.
Doesn't-
I'll
No,
see
it doesn't look like it. Don't forget to join our Facebook page at
He wouldn't be able to play.
www.facebook.com/chasethebracelet. Like our page and you'll get updates on all our upcoming games and upcoming events.
Yeah, I mean.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
folks,
see you
we'll
in
see you
10.
in 10 minutes. Bye-bye.
He said good, I don't have to watch it. We give
You don't have to watch it.